are going on. So confusing and chaotic. Problems here and there. We don't know where it started and how it would end. The world is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Volatile. The environment demands you to react quickly to ongoing changes that are unpredictable and out of your control. Uncertain. The environment requires you to take action without certainty. Complex. The environment is dynamic with many interdependencies. It is ambiguous. The environment is unfamiliar, outside of your expertise. But we counteract this by having a vision. Paint a picture of the future you want together as a compass and for orientation in order to confer meaning and spark motivation, and to forge internal and external identity and effectiveness. Understanding. Understand interconnections. Make them transparent. Reflect on the context. Think and plan meta-strategically. Start from the result and work backwards. Harmonize skills. Embrace and exploit behaviors and reactions. Convert anxiety and resistance into productive energy. Clarity. Simplicity. Focus on what counts and what it's really about. Trust, transparent connections and processes. Apply energy and force exactly where they will be most effective. And adaptability or agility. Flexibility, agility. Scrutinize hierarchical management techniques. Promote a consistent culture for making decisions and accounting for mistakes. Interact transparently with objections. Facilitate innovation and build up resilience. Our 21st century youth must know how to navigate the VUCA world to thrive. It is an enormous challenge which requires an upgrading of the mindset. How your mind operates would tell how you would flourish in this challenging world. In the process of adjusting to these disruptions, how this younger generation, how you perceive leadership to be? What qualities and characteristics do you associate with effective leadership? What types of behaviors do you expect from your leaders? Well, observations and study reports say that Gen Z places high value on the importance of taking people's emotions and well-being into account. In the current times, mental health and well-being is valued more. Thus, more than ever, your generation shows vigilance on the crucial impact of what you do and your environment on your mental health and emotional health. For Gen Z, a shift in leadership has occurred where influencing Gen Zs has changed from experts who were older and authoritarian to leaders who inspire and engage. An effective leader is someone who can communicate rationally, connect relationally, manage practically, and lead directionally and strategically. Effective leaders demonstrate not just IQ, but EQ. They share knowledge and information, yet understand emotion and connection. According to Uskan and Solmas in 2015 and Ludert in 2018, Generation Z perceives effective leadership as an influential construct that emphasizes authenticity, adaptability, flexibility, and work-life balance. Further, Aguas in 2019 stated that the 21st century youth describe their leaders as results-driven. The leaders that they desire to follow are results-driven and high-level performers. They complete tasks, work towards common goals, and exemplify effectiveness in their performance. They are what Warren in 2012 would consider the purpose-driven in their actions. Influence has an ability that influences and moves a group of individuals or team members towards a common goal. Leading by example with a serving heart. Leaders is about doing, or leadership is about doing, not just delegating and empowering. This generation would love to see their leaders as working along with them, not just directing, but working out plans literally with him as a hands-on part of the workforce. Lead by example. The quality of leading by example is characterized by the leader's ability to walk the talk. Leaders match their words with action and are willing to do the heavy lifting and go the extra mile, exemplifying what sound leadership looks like. Selflessly offering his or herself in working out things with the team in achieving the organization or the group goals. They desire leaders who know their teams, leaders who invest time in getting to know and understand each of their team members. They place importance on knowing their team members' needs, their dreams, their personal and career objectives. By doing so, or by pseudo-doing, Lusher and Acha in 2016 postulated that the psychological contract is enhanced and followership loyalty increases. Leaders practice team leadership by sharing accountability and leadership duties. They tend to find leaders who practice team orientation in their decision-making and planning, organizing, leadership, and controlling functions to be more influential and inspiring. Levy in 2017 reinforced the importance of team-oriented leadership that offers interdependence, interpersonal interaction, structured relationships, and mutual influence. Generation Z says that regular communication is a significant behavior that a leader can practice. Leaders who monitor, give, and receive feedback, communicate with clarity and transparency, and intently listen to their followers, who effectively convey their message to all and in the desired ways and appropriate channels, earn admiration from its members. Bass in 2008 suggested that effective leadership involved the interaction between two or more members. Generation Z believes that their leader should be working alongside and in tandem with them, making decisions together and building synergy along the way. Leaders who work alongside their teams were more prone to build group cohesion quicker. Team leaders that encourage cohesion tended to have similar attitudes and personal goals, and develop common interest with their teams, according to Levy in 2017. Hence, the younger generations value synergy and team momentum. They value authentic and participative leaders that create a climate of camaraderie and team pride. What characterizes the modern generation leader? As I have earlier mentioned, prior to being a leader, one is a person who is embodied by personality traits, which reflects patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in different situations and over time. Or one's personality traits imply consistency and stability. The combination of leadership style and personality type appears to form into a psychological combination that produces the ethos of a leader. It's according to Henbury in 2001. Leaders are not just identified by their leadership styles, but also by their personalities, their awareness of themselves and others, and their appreciation of diversity, flexibility, and paradox. Trait leadership examines innate personality traits and their relationship to leadership, postulating that some traits are indeed common among effective leaders, according to Yoke in 2006. Do leaders emerge due to their personality? What traits predict the emergence of leaders in a group, their advancement to higher levels, and their effective performance? Jumping off from here, let us go through the 5-factor personality model of leadership. Desired leaders are those who exhibit resiliency, low in neuroticism, or being disposed to experience negative affects, including anger, anxiety, self-consciousness, irritability, emotional instability, and depression. They are very calm and relatively unaffected by stress that usually burdens others, have a longer fuse, and can take abundant amounts of stress before showing the signs. Leaders who are extroverts have positive emotionality and are sociable. They like to be in the thick of the action. They prefer to be around with other people. They are talkative, they are enthusiastic, they are sociable and fun-loving. This makes leadership loads fun and exciting to do. In this era of constant change and complexities, leaders who tend to be open and accommodating are able to make a brand for the group or for their organization, and are imaginative, are able to bring his or her group forward. Agreeable leaders tend to accommodate the wishes and needs of others. They are tolerant, humble, and accepting. They are sought after for being empathic. Conscientious leaders facilitate efficient fulfillment of their group goals, being able to consolidate energy, time, and resources, work in disciplined, dependable, linear, sequential manner with a strong will to achieve goals is a beacon of leadership. Self-confidence and the correct mindset that allows leaders to tackle problems with the knowledge that every mistake made is one step closer to finding a solution. Having a growth mindset means that the individual believes his or her talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others. Grit is defined as passion and perseverance towards a goal over a long period of time. Grit is being dedicated to that particular goal even if one faces challenges or if progress feels slow or uncertain. Leaders who possess grit lead the group to keep on going even for a long time in spite of circumstances with so much determination that the goal will be achieved in the long run. Self-control, like grit, is an important trait to successfully reach goals. It is about controlling one's feelings, thoughts, and actions in order to reach one's goals. Emotional intelligence is broadly defined as the set of abilities, it could be verbal and nonverbal, that enable a leader to generate, recognize, express, understand, and evaluate his own and others' emotions in order to guide thinking and action that successfully cope with environmental demands and pressures. According to William Slim, leadership is of the spirit, compounded of personality and vision. Leadership 4.0. Digital leadership. Industry 4.0 stands for Fourth Industrial Revolution and is a term referring to rapid transformation in the design, production and implementation, operation and service of manufacturing systems, products, and components. To get the most of Industry 4.0, technologies, organizations will have to heavily invest in building capabilities in the following dimensions: data and connectivity, analytics and intelligence, conversion to the physical world, and human-machine interaction. Just like the evolution of industry from 1.0 to 4.0, leadership evolves from the traditional to emergent leadership, that is the humane leadership. Industry 4.0 is about competitiveness and innovation. Organizations need to adapt or to adopt their capabilities to handle new challenges. What makes a young leader to inspire his or her fellows to become productive members of the group? May I bring you or to your awareness the various behavioral leadership which possess a strong power to inspire and commit young people to become the best version of themselves. Democratic leadership. This leadership is consist of being considerate, being participative, and being concerned with maintaining relationship with others and making decisions as a group. Interpersonal leadership involves tactful, enthusiastic, encouraging, confidence builder, morale booster, motive arouser, honest, sincere, trustworthy, and extrovert leadership. Transformational leadership involves vision, inspiration, communication, intellectual stimulation, influence, empowerment, high performance expectations. Charismatic leadership involves strategic vision, unconventional behavior, agents of change, sensitivity to the needs of the followers. Ethical leadership involves awareness for others, being considerate, being honest, being altruistic, being caring, being principled, and having an internal locus of control, being proactive, and being cooperative. Team-oriented leadership involves collaborative or collaboration, team integration, and prefers the status quo. Encourages diversity, being democratic, being supportive, being conflict manager, Delegative leadership involves procedural fairness, low need for dominance, shared power, and motivates subordinates, seek consensus, and maintains relationship. Coaching leadership involves being a facilitator, being authentic, being compassionate, being candid, being interpersonally sensitive, develop people for future, and being motivating. Affiliative leadership involves being a motivator in stressful time, creates harmony among team, being empathic, being a conflict reducer, and low on consultation, being relationship oriented, and being a visionary. Supportive leadership involves interpersonal trust, environment conducive to psychological well-being of followers, employee empowerment, and provision of support to followers, and also being caring. Relationship-oriented leadership is concerned with the respect for followers. It involves expression of appreciation and support and building friendly and supportive relations. Consultative or advisory leadership provides professional guidance to followers, operate in less ambiguous situation, low external and high internal locus of control is involved. Human-oriented leadership is fair, altruistic, compassionate, modest, involves strong labor representation, involves the social welfare, involves benevolence, is motivational, and concerned with interpersonal relationship. Expressive leadership is anti-authoritarian. It is interpersonally sensitive. It grants autonomy, relationship-motivated leadership, and it involves social-emotional concerns or expression. Authentic leadership is concerned with being morally courageous, having a pro-social behavior, being reliable, being honest. It places concern on social justice and equality, being optimistic, being self-disciplined, and self-expressive. Servant leadership, it involves being a steward, a follower-centric, involves altruism and commitment for growth of people. It also involves strong spiritual values and beliefs. Citizen leadership involves egalitarian, commitment for growth of people, bring constructive change, democratic, inspirational, innovative, team-oriented. Empowering leadership involves concern with employee or with people in the group, and satisfaction, grant autonomy, share power, being agreeable, being team-oriented, and encourage self-development. Let me share with you this thought before I end. Imagine yourself, you are holding a cup of coffee. When someone comes along and bumps into you or shakes your arm, making you spill your coffee everywhere. Why did you spill the coffee? Because someone bumped into me, you will say. That's the wrong answer. You spilled the coffee because there was coffee in your cup. Had there been a tea or had there been tea in your cup, you would have spilled that tea. Whatever is inside the cup is what will spill out. Therefore, when life comes along and shakes you, which will happen, Whatever is inside you will come out. It's easy to fake it until you get rattled. So we have to ask ourselves, what's in my cup? What personality traits do I have? When life gets tough, what spills over? Is it joy? It is gratefulness? Is it peace and humility? So we have to ask ourselves, what's in my cup? When life gets tough, what spills over? Joy, gratefulness, peace and humility? Is it anger, bitterness, harsh words, and reactions? Life provides the cup. You choose how to fill it. Today, let's work towards filling our cups with gratitude, forgiveness, joy, words of affirmation, and kindness, gentleness, and love for others. So, whatever personality that you have, that what you are going, the traits that you have, that is what you are going, or what you will spill as a leader. So, fill your cup. Improve your personality as a person, as a leader, so you can give the world the best of you. Remember what Mahatma Gandhi said? In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Thank you. There you
There we
have.
have it.
Yes, sir.
Doc and I, we can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Okay.
There you have it, guys. Now we have heard Doc and I, and Doc, as you can see, most of our participants belong to the Gen Zs, right?
Yes.
Now, before we shoot you some questions, Doc, there is some point of clarification first. What is the slight difference between the millennials and the Gen Zs?
Yeah.
And
Oh, yes, sir.
can you tell us any slight difference?
Yeah. Those that are the millennial generation are those that are born between 1980 to 1997. So by now, these are the people who are ages 24 to 40 years old. While the Gen Z are those people, as broadly defined persons, who were born from 1995, 97 up to 2015. So by now, they are their ages range from 6 to 24 years old. And I believe that our college students, our students who are listening right now, who are participating right now, belong to the Generation Z. Okay, yes. And what about their characteristics? No, how do they differ? No, there is just a slight difference. No, because both were digital natives. No, yeah, and however, millennial generations, no, people born, no, those who are in the millennial generation, are those who were raised, no, during the time wherein there is an economic boom, no. Unlike right now, the Gen Z, no, in this generation, the Gen Z would experience recession. No, there were disruptions in the world. No, so they say that millennial generations, no, the Gen Z are more practical. No, when it comes to spending, they would be practical in spending, whereas the millennial generation would prefer the experience of buying. No, the what would the experience of buying, of spending would give them. No, because as I have said, they were born during that time where there is economic boom. No, so and also because yes, as I have said, they are pragmatic. The Gen Z are conservative in spending, and they are more highly interested in saving money, no, and they are more adept, no, actually to
to technology than those who are in the millennial because they were born with it. No? Okay, and during that time, actually, at the time, the millennials still experienced. No, those who were born in the 1980s were still able to experience borrowing ano na siya, VHS tape, no? Pero the Gen Z were not able to experience that now, no? Okay. They were born with smartphones already. Yes.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Now, since we have been talking about leadership, now in your own personal opinion, what leadership style do you think the Generation Z prefer the most? You mentioned different types.
I mentioned various leadership styles ranging from humane leadership, no, what else? Ethical leadership, and there are many, no, achievement-oriented, being authentic, no, expressive and visionary. Since I have mentioned that the Generation Z, the Generation Z now would prefer, they would take into account on people's emotions, no, people's emotions and well-being, no, they would go into really this behavioral leadership, no, just like those that I have mentioned. Actually, those where the leadership styles, no, that the Generation Z would prefer to have, those that would really look into the well-being of the people, no, of the members of the organization or of the group.
That's right. Now, you mentioned before that most of the Gen Z members are not exactly, they're actively on technology. And in fact, we can say that they are technologically addicted. Do you
Yeah.
think this can somehow affect their leadership, being technologically addicted?
There are pros and cons. No, there are good, positive, and both negative impact. Because we are now in the no, ano na siya, we use technology during this time. Leadership, no, technology would be very helpful, no, in leadership, no. Just like right now, no, we do everything, no, using Facebook, social media. No, we reach our members, our group members, our students, no, fellow students through social media. We use the Zoom, the various online platforms to work on what activities for the team, no. So it's being this technology would really help, no, and it is very important right now. Although of course there will always be not so good things, no, not so good impact, no, especially, no, if just like for example right now, people the younger generation would be would spend much of their time playing what's that, ML, no, and others doing TikTok. There should be always moderation, no. So it becomes addicted, no, when it becomes not good, no, for the person if it would disrupt his normal function. So we make good use of technology, especially in leadership.
Now, still all about leadership. Doc, what do you think is the quality that Gen Xers respect most in their leaders, in your personal opinion?
I have mentioned, no, in my talk, no, that Gen Z, the Gen Z or the 21st century people would look up to leaders who would be able to influence them, the influencers, no, that would influence them to be better versions of themselves. And they also look up to leaders who are empathic, no, because again, I would highlight this, that people right now, the younger generation, would like people who would understand their emotions and who would give importance to their well-being. So those leaders who are doing things along with them, who would always connect with them, who would understand their situation, those are the people who would inspire, who would motivate them. That would be the kind of leader, the kind of leadership that they would prefer.
So that boils down to the idea that Gen Zs actually are looking for leaders who are role models.
Yeah, role model, leading by example. Yeah.
Now, Doc, last year COVID-19 hit the world. Do you think COVID-19 has seriously affected our Gen Zs in terms of leadership and activities?
Yes, of course. Speaking from my experience, I was appointed as well. I was designated as the head of the Office of Student Affairs just during the time last year where when COVID pandemic hit. No, and we were not able to push through with the election of our officers, so we have to have an fold over capacity, and of course, no, because of, as I have said before, they were leaders, they were persons, they were affected by COVID-19. They were stressed. Many were telling that they were depressed. So how can you lead when you do not have when you do not have that energy, that inspiration, to assist and to help others? Yes, it really did greatly affect. That was even the time last year when there was no communication, months of communication among student leaders, among student organization officers. So I have to ask the current president to reach out to the officers now in order to bring them together using the online platform, and just do kamustahan, and at least do some simple activities just like an online paghinun-anay, with other students. Yes, it did greatly affect them because, of course, we all do experience stress, disappointments, frustrations during that time, as persons, as leaders, they did experience also that.
Now, in your opinion, Doc, what do you think is the greatest motivation of the Gen Zs to work better and to be a better leader? What do you think motivates them most, or the greatest way to motivate them?
When they think and when they feel that they are understood. Yeah, that's, I think, as a counselor, I would say, because the mental health has been louder nowadays than before because of the many disruptions. When students feel that they are understood, you would inspire them to work, because of course they know that you would understand the things that they can do and they will not be able to do at the moment. So if they feel that they are understood, they would work with you.
Before we move on, again, we would like to request our participants. You guys are from the Gen Zs now, so I'm pretty sure you have questions in
I
mind.
cannot hear you, sir.
I have a question. Do you consider our Gen Zs team players?
Yeah, of course. Yes, they are really team players based on my experience. As head of the Office of Student Affairs. I do really see them as being also trainer of the peer helpers. They are really team players. Just as I have said, you just have to let them know, and to inspire them, to let them know, understand them, and you are able to inspire them. They are really team players. Most would prefer even leaders who would always work with them. Leaders who are servant leaders, not just directing, but leaders who will be working along with them.
I read one line from some research. It says here that Gen Zs are really active when it comes to working, as long as they are not forced to do so.
Yeah. Exactly, right. As I have said, you have to look, as again, they would feel good if they know that you understand them. So when you understand them, you know their limitations, you know what they can do. You strengthen them, what their strengths, what they can do, then they would work with you well.
Now, do you think the Gen Zs have very strong competitive mind in order to be good leaders in the future, not only in school but probably in the workplace after graduating from school? Can you say
Yeah,
something about this, Doc?
yeah, I believe so. Because Gen Z live now in the world where there are disruptions and there is constant struggle, and they need to work hard and harder in order to to bring out no the best or achieve what they want to achieve. No, that is why we have the school have activities as to um, pre-employment activities, no, wherein they give information to students as to how are they going to improve themselves, especially in the workplace, no, how to be better employees, no, and better businessmen, no, and women later on. Yes. So they really have that strong determination to succeed, no, and yes, they also have that spirit of being also competitive. However, we always put into their minds that IQ will get you hired, but it is your EQ that will get you promoted. Yes.
That's right. So IQ plus EQ create or produce productive citizens, right,
Yeah.
Doc?
Right.
Now,
Right.
since most of our Gen Zs right now are staying at home,
Mm.
the education system has changed a lot. It's done virtually, it's done online. Now, what do you think is the greatest role or responsibility of the parents in motivating this Gen Zs, Doc?
Of course, we need parents who would always be there, who would be guiding us, no, who would be guiding this Generation Z. No, parents play a great role in inspiring them and in motivating them. No, when children, no, when people would know that there is a support system, no, that they can count on, they would work hard and harder because they would feel good, no, that there is somebody that they can count on in times that they will be disappointed and frustrated and they would need help, no. So parents should be there, should be at their side, and they really play, no, a big role, no, in whatever their children would achieve. Uh-uh.
Doc, based on your personal experience, because most of the time you deal with students and Gen Zs, how do you handle problematic Gen Zs to be a better one?
There are various strategies in handling these people, no, that would be in accordance with the nature of the problem that they have. There are various techniques, no, not just in counseling, no, we do, no, yeah, um, of course, no, they would, if you give them um, if you give them uh, some, I know, inspirational stories of people who were problematic and were able to surpass, no, or to recover, no, that would be, as I have experienced, that is helpful for them also. Yes. So there are various strategies that we do, no, as a counselor in counseling, no? And misbehavior or problematic behavior is a cry for help. There is a problem, no, there is a problem, no, the behavior is just an expression of something deeper, no, so you have to work it out, no, what is really, no, the problem, no, and then you have to deal with it, no? So again, I would like to stress the importance of a support system. Problems come when people, no, when students would know that, would think that they are alone, no, and they would result into something that is undesirable when they know that they are alone and nobody is there for them to help them. So there is really an importance of a support system for this children who are problematic. That's why more than in any time, that's the teachers, the members of the family, or the significant others of the students would play a big role, no, in helping them work out their problems. Yes, sir.
Doc, I've got another question here. Now, sometimes different generations, whether it's a millennial or whether a Gen Z, has the chance or the possibility to get lazy. What do you think is the best way to motivate them from getting lazy at work?
Sometimes procrastination that is related to being lazy, being lazy, no, it's it's a manifestation of an emotional management problem. Yeah, it's a manifestation of emotional management problem, being lazy and procrastinating. Maybe no, you could help that person no to decide on how he or she will manage his or her time. Starting off with, what do you want to accomplish? So how would you accomplish that? Okay. So just like that.
These days, when pandemic hit the world, there are a lot of people who lost their job, and some of them got displaced from work. Now, how would you motivate a Gen Z who probably gets that kind of fear that might not be able to get a job because of this pandemic?
Mm-mm. Uh, Gen Z by this time would be just still most of them are studying no, so they have really to work hard no. We hope that after 2 or 3 years from now everything would be okay and they would still have the jobs that they want to have no. And of course there are people no are losing their jobs, so what will be the alternative no? Pag wala job, wala opening, what can you do? Many are into online selling right now, no? Okay, so you can do at the meantime, no, because there is disruption, there is pandemic. Do what you can, no, alternative to that. Because the only constant is this world is change, no? The things that are right now, no matter how bad it is, will change, and we hope that something will happen, no, something good will happen, no, in the future, no, sooner.
Thanks a lot, Doc. But anyway, any final piece of advice or final words for our participants here? Most of them are from the Gen Zs, no? And most of them are staying at home and probably discovering something special about themselves. Final words, final piece of advice, Doc Inday, to our participants. Please do share.
I shared with you during the my talk no, about what is in your cup. We cannot give what we do not have. In order for us to give the world the best that we have, not to give the world what is left of us, we have to fill our cups. As students, as student leaders, what will you feel? What things will you put into your cup in order to make this world a better place? Be it be an improved personality, and you are right now a bit shy, no? And being a leader is you are desired to be somebody who is friendly, who is sociable. Work it out. Work it out. Because our personality can be improved. We are born with that genetic makeup, but we could improve the things that we have when we were born. And before it is said that our intelligence quotient cannot be improved. Whatever you have, the mental level that you have when you were born would you take with it until you die. But there is that flynn effect right now. When you study, when you engage yourselves into training, and when you improve, study harder, explore, be curious, no, you will improve your IQ, no. That is the Flynn effect. It is as it is said in psychology. Yes, of course. And you know, young people's personality is dynamic. It could change in 2, 3 months. Yes, it could change. And you could make it better and become the best version of yourself. So if you are a bit very you are always having apprehensions, you are always fearful, um one desired personality or one desired emotional quotient that you should have is being resilient. Resiliency is developed. Okay. You experience a problem right now, but after that, no, you were able to recover, okay, and you become better. You did not return to the person you were before when you had experienced the circumstance or the problem. You become better and you become resilient. Have that grit. Grit, yeah. It has been popular right now, no? The grit, perseverance, determination, patience, and that goal to achieve something. Grit has it all. You may not be able to have it right now in the next 2 or 3 months, but you will have that 5 months after or a year after, and you continue persistently to work for that goal that you want to achieve, and that is grit. Many students who have been economically challenged, who have been problematic before, were able to achieve, to become better persons and successful persons that they are now because of that grit. Okay. And yes, you have the extroversion, grit, and of course, what else in the personality type? Yes, you could also be if you think, no, if you were born with, you are easily irritated, you learn also to manage your anger, to manage yourself. The best way, they say, you know, there are things that we cannot control. Many things around us, we cannot control them. But the only thing, as I always said to the students who are problematic, no, the only thing that you can control is your reaction. Actually, we not call that reaction. No, you own that. No, we call that you do not react, but you respond. Okay, because in between, according to Viktor Frankl, you know him, he is an existentialist. No, in between the stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space, you make your response, and that response would either determine your success, your failure, or your freedom. So we have to, there are things that we cannot control. No, we don't have to worry about all those things that we cannot control. The only thing that we can manage and control is our response to that situation. So always remember that, our dear students. No, so I think that's all. So as I have said, we have to fill our cups with desired personality traits so we can be the best version of ourselves, and at the same time we could be of best help to others, and we are contributors to a better world. Yes,
That's right. Yeah, especially these days, it's really good to develop our mental health. Anger management is so important. And
yes,
speaking of tea, always work hard for that so that later on, when somebody asks you the question, "What is your cup of tea?" you're already confident to answer that one because you have developed certain skills.
Yeah.
Dr. Gainday. Anyway, Doc, thank you very much for sharing your insights and thoughts. Keep safe. And I'm pretty sure most of our young listeners here are looking forward to seeing you face to face later on and say hello to you. And probably you can also share some thoughts and some talks with you. Doc and I, thank you very much for sharing your time.
Thank you.
God bless and Godspeed.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, and God bless also.
God
Keep safe, everyone.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much again to all our participants, to our young learners. Wow, Doc and I has shared really a lot of great things about life, about studentry, about leadership, about what's going on these days. This is a part of being young minds. This is a part of being great learners. This is a part of our National Student Congress. And we owe these great things from our great speaker, and one of them is Dr. Kendai. Thank you very, very much. Now, before we officially show you some videos again online, back to you guys. Again, we want to say thank you to all our participants who have been with us for the past 3 days. Wow, this is really a great day for you guys. And again, we want to say thank you to the Guimaras State College, and of course to the Guimaras State College Student Republic, and not to mention, of course, Dr. Roma Relista of Bayuri Learning and Development Center. You guys have made great impacts to the lives of our participants, student leaders, teachers, GSC community, Dr. Lilian Diana Pareño, GSC Student Republic, and again, Ayuri, Dr. Joey La Cruz, and Dr. Roma Relista. Thank you very much for being great motivators and somehow great putting a great venue for what we call change, especially in this time of pandemic. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll be posting the link for your evaluation in a few minutes, but for the meantime, we'll be showing you great videos. So keep your mood planted, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to Guimaras, the island of mangoes and more. Guimaras is an island province located in Western Visayas. It is made up of 5 municipalities, namely Jordan, the gateway and main growth center; Buena Vista, which serves as the center for higher education; Nueva Valencia, the tourism capital; Sibunag and San Lorenzo, which are centered on agriculture and fisheries. Considered as the agri-eco-tourism capital in the region, the province economic picture sustained its upward direction, giving importance to our major economic drivers: agriculture, fishery, and tourism. The province still has the green, raw land for ecotourism development and agricultural production, anchored on the principles of integrated coastal management and the presence of areas with high aesthetic value that can be developed into high-end residential areas. Guimaras is also the transshipment hub and seaport province that links Panay and Negros, and is considered as a metro residential suburb, providing low-cost and high-end facilities. Investment in the province boomed on 2013 when 27 wind turbines that generate 54 megawatts were installed. Guimaras completed the paving of circumferential roads and upgraded the cross-island links, the development of ports and wharves, as well as the development of the 71-kilometer agri-tourism circuit. The province has also received awards and recognition for good governance, especially in the aspects of peace and order, ease of doing business, and environmentally sustainable development. It has significantly improved its competitiveness in terms of economic dynamism, government efficiency, infrastructure, and resiliency, making Guimaras the most competitive province in Western Visayas. Guimaras is mangoes and more. Get a share of more. Invest in Guimaras.
Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense. Stay hidden from the causes that matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Magan Festival Cultural Presentation.
Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. So take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. And what's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Take me
Alam na sila, ako pa yung minusugod.
Take a minute to glance down the street where no hope surrounds you. An empty soul, so much space to fill the
Alam
gap.
ko man din kung ano, the president of the council, president.
See what we've become. Through tears
Bye bye,
and
everybody. To the camera.
the only one,
Then, the final wrap up. And then video.
only one. Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense.
Okay. So again, we're back. Again, we would like to request all our participants, please open your cameras. We're going to get some screenshot. Everyone, please open your cameras. That's it. We want to see more faces, guys. Open your cameras, please. It's a beautiful Sunday. We want to see you beautiful on this beautiful Sunday. Wherever you are, whether you're at home, you're in the kitchen, or in the living room, or outside your house, please do open your cameras. So we've got like around 8 or 9 participants right now. Everyone, please open your cameras. We're going to take a screenshot and thank you for spending your most precious time. So everybody, please, we want to see you guys. Open your cameras. There you have it. I can see beautiful faces right now. Everybody is at home. Everybody is staying safe. Everybody is enjoying this beautiful talk, this National Student Congress. I'll give you a signal when to start smiling from somebody else. Can you give me a cue if it's time to take a screenshot? I'm gonna count from 5 down to 0. And then at 0, we're gonna click it with a smile, and that's what we call the final screenshot. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone, smile. This is a screenshot. Smile, everyone. Wave your hands, everyone. Don't be shy. Hindi na magbuya-buya. Thank you very much. There you have it. Thank you for being with us for the 3-day National Student Congress. And again, we want to say thank you to all our participants and those who have made this endeavor a very impactful one. In behalf of your Learning and Development Center, We want to say thank you again to Guimaras State College. Again, we want to say thank you to the President of the Student Republic, Mr. Ken E. Guzman. Thank you very much. And of course, Dr. Lilian Diana B. Pareño, SEC President 3. Now, on the first day, as we could remember, somebody gave us a talk about success stories from UNESCO. Thank you very much, Sir Ariel in Cabo. You have made a great impact, and what you've shared is something relatable. Dr. Bona S. Palma, thank you, Doc. That was really an enjoyable and overwhelming day with you as you talk about writing and communication skills, and of course, something related to life. And yesterday, we had a great talk from Dindong Dantes, the former National Youth Commissioner head. And of course, the other three may not be able, we may not have made it, but probably in the future, they could probably join us online, virtually, or face to face. Thank you very much for sending, of course, the latter why you couldn't make it. But the most important thing is you guys skip safe. And of course, yesterday, we would like to say thank you as well to Sir Keith Tinsoro, the role of the youth in the community. That was really a great Saturday afternoon. It was a great talk. And today, we have an expert, a guidance counselor, and I'm sure she has shared something special with all of us. So again, in behalf of a Euro Learning Center, to our young learners, keep safe, keep on learning, enjoy life because life has a lot to offer. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice Sunday. And again, to those who won special prizes yesterday, we will give you the final instruction when to receive your prizes, but definitely it's going to be at Guimaras State College, Student Republic. Again, we already the final list of all those winners. We'll be giving you the final announcement. And right now, the evaluation form is the link of the evaluation form is being posted in the chat room. Please do fill it up or fill it out rather. And again, final say, enjoy the rest of the day, everyone. Thank you and hope to see you not only virtually, probably face to face. Keep learning. Goodbye, everyone.
Guimaras is an island province located in Western Visayas. It is made up of Jordan, the gateway and main growth center. Buena Vista, which serves as the center for higher education. Nueva Valencia, the tourism capital. Sibunag and San Lorenzo, which are centered on agriculture and fisheries. Considered as the agri-ecotourism capital in the region, the province economic picture sustained its upward direction, giving importance to our major economic drivers: agriculture, fishery, and tourism. The province still has the green, raw land for ecotourism development and agricultural production, anchored on the principles of integrated coastal management and the presence of areas with high aesthetic value that can be developed into high-end residential areas. Guimaras is also the transshipment hub and seaport province that links Panay and Negros and is considered as a metro residential suburb, providing low-cost and high-end facilities. Investment in the province boomed on 2013 when 27 wind turbines that generate 54 megawatts were installed. Guimaras completed the paving of circumferential roads and upgraded the cross-island links, the development of ports and wharves, as well as the development of the 71-kilometer agri-tourism circuit. The province has also received awards and recognition for good governance, especially in the aspects of peace and order, ease of doing business, and environmentally sustainable development. It has significantly improved its competitiveness in terms of economic dynamism, government efficiency, infrastructure, and resiliency, making Guimaras the most competitive province in Western Visayas. Guimaras is mangoes and more. Get a share of more. Invest in Guimaras.
Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense. Stay hidden from the causes that might.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Magan Festival Cultural Presentation.
Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. So take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. And what's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Take me Take a minute to glance down the street where no hope surrounds you. An empty soul, so much space to fill the gaps we fall through. And do you see what we've become? Through tears and losing the only one. The only one. Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Take me Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense.
The island of Guimaras, a rural tourism destination for every family. Renowned throughout the world for its sweet mangoes, it offers home and all the sweetness of being part of it. With its strategic location in between Negros and Panay Island, you can easily reach Guimaras through sea and sky. Get a more relaxed ambience with its green environment and be home to the true Filipino culture. Experience the life at the farm and the secrets of traditional living, and take part in protecting the unspoiled beauty of nature through the Agri-Eco Tours. Go on adventure in foot or on bike in the trails of the hills and forests, and enjoy the thrills with everyone. Then, take a leap into the clear waters and witness the world underneath. Discover the mangrove sanctuaries rooted along the streams and rivers that run deep within the land. Take a tour in the hidden caverns and rock formations aesthetically landscaped along the islands. And at the end of the day, take a bite of the region's special cuisine and savor the sweetest of its mangoes. Relax at the homes of the communities, or at the various resorts that offer quality services and amenities. Learn more about the Guimaras-Not history and values with its historical places and practices. Amuse in the traditional arts that were handed down from generations, such as the novelty of the galleon boats, where the local boat makers highlight the province's vital role in the economy of the past, in trade, and as the masters in building ships. Observe the heart of the island's economy, where the families in every community value perseverance, discipline, and tradition. See how salt is made alongside the farmers that produce them. How the mothers neatly weave the buri leaf to intricately make handbags and other products. Buy some freshly caught fish from the fishermen who went offshore before the sunrise. And complete your experience by first-hand harvesting sweet mangoes only grown in the island. Mangoes are more than just fruits. It became the symbol of what Guimaras is and what it could become. Take a trip back in time.
Wholeheartedly